Okay. Good afternoon. Don't normally do my afternoon slots, but I have today, and I've got with me Jill Last from the Felixstowe Trade and Enterprise College.
Hello.
What is the Felixstowe Trade and Enterprise College, you're asking yourself? Because I had to ask that question because I didn't even know it existed, which is really, really bad for somebody who's lived in Felixstowe all their life. Okay, Jill, tell us all about it. Tell me what you offer for people.
Well, today I'm literally going to go through some of the funding that we have available. Firstly, we have the new traineeship, which is for 16 to 18 year olds, and this is to help young people get into employment or an apprenticeship. It was asked by the government to help young people because they needed work experience. So what the traineeship offers is work experience as well as offering the functional skills in English, Maths and ICT, but also to cover telephone techniques.
Yes, very important. Yeah.
That's one of the main ones. Business etiquette and all those type of things. So that's what traineeships are, and then from traineeships we'll help people into employment through apprenticeship programs, mostly in business administration, customer service and international trade.
Shipping and logistics, which is of course mainly is obviously the main business thing for Felixstowe. I mean,
Yes.
that is it, isn't it? That's where it's centred. So you got the traineeship. They come and see you. They go through. How long is the course for trainee?
Traineeships, they can last between just over 6 weeks to over 6 months long.
Okay.
So an employer could take someone on for work experience for those 6 weeks, and then they could take them on as an apprentice.
Right.
If they thought that they were doing a fantastic job, which
we
would encourage people to go into employment.
Yeah.
But the programme is a little bit flexible purely to the fact of some people may need extra support than others. So
because everybody's different. Everybody's different. And the other way of looking at that, I mean, my way of thinking is that, okay, you can go in these traineeships and you're put into the work environment. It's like an interview. It's an in-work interview, which gives the employer, a really good insight to that person.
That's right.
So it's I mean, so many people just go for the job, they go to the interview, go in, but first impressions aren't always the best thing.
Best.
Exactly.
And employers do make an assumption within 20 seconds of a person walking through that door.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so one of the main reasons that we spend a lot of time with people on their mock interviews and how they present themselves, that's one of the main things we do to help them with their traineeships. And also with the work experience, it also helps the student to be reliable and on time, and how to be in a working environment, which is what they need. You don't really get that on work experience at school for a week. You don't.
Of course you don't.
Feel the environment and how it works.
No. I think it's very, very important. I mean, it's very scary. I think it's scary when you're a bit older even to walk into an office, and it can take. I always think about a good couple of weeks to really, really settle in.
It does.
I mean, quite honestly, I'm a nervous wreck if I go into a new job for the first couple of weeks. I'm fine after that, but the first couple of weeks, that's the initial and most important period.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So that is why traineeships have been brought in by the government in the last few months.
Yeah.
And that is to help them with apprenticeships, because with apprenticeships, when you go into employment with an apprenticeship, you will start straight away.
Yes.
And so you don't have any preparation at all, unless it's obviously from school or sixth form, wherever you come from.
Yeah.
So with the apprenticeships, it does help that. The apprenticeships are good, and we do offer them to anybody between 16 and 23 and up to their 24th birthday. They are still fully funded. Anybody who's over 24, you would need a student grant, but there is some criteria. If you didn't have certain grades, that you can still be fully funded to get a level 2. So that's still there.
Yeah, so that's fine, isn't it? But you sort of cater for older people as well.
We do. We also have funding available. It came through last year for people who are unemployed, who are 19 plus. and that's been really good, and that can help with functional skills in English, maths and ICT, but also we offer COAST, which is Commercial, Overseas and Shipping Training, and that's to help people get into employment within the dock area, as we are so with Felixstowe. So, and that is fully funded as well.
Which I think is brilliant. And how long does that last? I mean, go and...
It's about 10 weeks.
10 weeks, yeah. Okay.
It's with lectures, assignments, and then there's examination at the end.
Right, okay.
And that is, again, is worth doing, because we've actually managed to get quite a few people in employment because they've had that qualification. It is proving quite popular.
Right.
And it's only been going since October last year.
Okay, so it's pretty new. Yeah. Just a year old, more or less.
And it's took a long time for us to have funding for people who are unemployed, so it's good that it's come through.
It definitely is, yeah, I totally agree with you. So where are you based, Jill? I mean, where can people find you?
We are based not far from Harvest House on the listed building called Cliff House. Just if you look from opposite where the Spa Pavilion is, from the cliff top, you can see Cliff House from there.
Yeah. The Old Cliff Hotel. As it once was many years ago. I don't remember it, I wasn't born then, but I believe it was a hotel.
It has lots of history. So yes, please come and see us and come and have a look at our facilities. We're more than happy for you to drop in.
Yeah.
And see what we have.
So what time? I mean, how do they contact you? I mean, obviously you're there. But...
Yes, you can either drop in from 9 to 5:30 to come and see me Monday to Friday, or you can contact me on 01394 458500, or you can email me gillian.last@itstraining.co.uk.
These details will be on site as soon as the interview is over, so do not worry about that one. Right, and because you can phone as well, that's fine, and yeah, that's brilliant, that's absolutely brilliant.
And also we have like a Facebook page, and a lot of the things on our Facebook page, we have job vacancies that become available in Ipswich and Felixstowe, and that could be for any age, obviously not children, and to help them into employment. So there's lots of things on there that is worth having a look.
Okay.
So if we are working with recruitment agencies as well to help people into employment. We do have quite a few connections, so please drop us a mail. We'll try and at least try and help you.
Yeah, sure, it's going to be fine. But how did you start in this job? How did you get involved?
Like I said, I was asked to come and work for ITS as I'd done sales before. But not to this scale, so I've learned quite a lot in the last 5 years, and it's been really good. And it's very diverse. That's what I can say. The funding rules change all the time, so if there's something that you're not sure about whether you would be able to get funding, at least ask, because it changes all the time. Definitely. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Good.
Especially helping people into employment, and that.
Well, this is job satisfaction, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Job satisfaction, and obviously satisfaction for them as well.
Yes. And it's nice to see someone who's done an employability course, and then they've gone into employment, and then they've gone on to their level 3.
Right, okay.
So they can progress as well onto an advanced apprenticeship. It doesn't have to be just onto a level 2 intermediate apprenticeship.
Okay.
So
the advanced, which is fantastic.
Exactly. So we want people to stay on and educate themselves as a sense of self-achievement.
Do you actually work alongside the academy on this as well?
We do. We are actually working with the academy in October. We're going to do workshops for the students to explain a bit about traineeships, and also we're going to do quizzes and how to prepare yourself for interview and mock interviews, like a practical. Just something quite fun. So so I think that's like a big day in October.
So that's going to be 6th form only, obviously, on that one. Or is it going to be a little bit younger?
I think they are slightly younger as well.
Right,
I think there's about 300 students that we're seeing.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All at
that's
different
really,
stages.
really good. I mean, this is beneficial. I mean, it makes you wonder, why hasn't this been done before? I mean, I know apprenticeships were around and it was the thing to be done. I mean, going back maybe 30, 40 years, apprenticeships was the thing. That's how you started off in anything. And then it was scrapped, more or less, they disappeared. There wasn't anything.
Yeah, I think it's because the TS scheme
Yeah.
was, a lot of people didn't like it because they didn't get paid very well. But I would like to just say, the people and the employers that I have worked for on apprenticeships actually offer more than the apprenticeship wage. The apprenticeship wage is £2.65.
Yeah.
It's going up 3p as of October the 1st to £2.68. But a lot of the employers will not pay that. A lot of them are offering £150 a week or more. So please don't think that it is a low wage, because they're not.
Exactly, because I mean that's the other thing, isn't it? I mean you're going to have young people between 16 and 18 not being funny. It's a funny sort of period in their lives. I mean a lot of them cannot be bothered to get out of bed, I suppose, for a pittance. Is that the best way of putting it? You know, it really is. So if they're going to be able to get, in some cases, be able to get that sort of money, it is well worth going into, isn't it? It totally is.
Oh, absolutely. And also, once you've proved yourself, probably within the first month to 3 months, they will up your wages. The employers are really generous, but what they're looking for is someone who is willing to learn, someone who's going to turn up. You know, someone's going to take responsibility for themselves, and that's the type of people that they're looking for.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to have good grades. I mean, if you do have good grades, then all the better. But if you don't, like I said, they are looking for someone who's willing and someone who's going to work really hard and they want people who are going to stay in their company for years to come, not people who are going to stay there a couple of years and leave. So. Yeah, that's the type of people that they're looking for.
Yeah, which is understandable.
Yeah, and there's some good apprenticeships about, and we've got some really good employers on board.
Yeah,
definitely. And if you are an employer, please come and contact us too, because there is there is grant incentives for £1,500 to take an apprentice on. But also, if you take someone on who's unemployed between 18 and 24. And they've been unemployed for 6 months, you also get nearly £2,500 to get that person, to help that person with their wages. So there is grants and incentives available.
Definitely is. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jo, that's so interesting. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm hoping a lot of young people, and if not young people, the parents will be watching this and have a little word for their youngsters when they come back from school or whatever else they're doing. And so they can actually explain that, because I mean, for me, I've just learnt an awful lot. I really, really have. I was lucky my children went through out of school, they made their own way, and they're doing really well. You know, but it's not easy for everybody. I mean, you have got all these young people who literally get, at 16, 17, a lot of young people do not know what they want to do in life. They haven't got a clue, and they mostly lack in confidence as well.
That's true.
They're totally lacking confidence. So just getting them out there and contacting Jo and so she can work through.
No, some of the schemes that we have available are really good, and it's been really nice to see people who have progressed 3 or 4 years down the line, and like you said, how confident they are and how well they're doing, and they've all been promoted, and like I said, they've gone on from the advanced apprenticeship. And don't forget, if you're doing an apprenticeship and you've done an advanced apprenticeship, you can actually go on to a foundation degree as well. So there's always a different avenue. You don't have to necessarily do the first step, as in GCSEs, A-levels degree. You can do it at different routes too. Yeah. So there's always an alternative. That's what I think
it's brilliant. Thank you very much, Jill. Thank you. You've been very informative.